Afternoon, everybody. Thanks for joining us for our session on modernizing your PKI. Right, so we're going to talk about revolutionizing security by reducing complexity. So it's the complexity that traditional PKI imposes on you. So we have Ben Sansoucie, and he is a senior security operations engineer from a financial services company, a customer of ours. And we have George, our head of PKI strategy. Right, they're going to walk you through. They're going to have a conversation about how we helped their company reduce complexity with PKI.
So I've spoken with many organizations that are running an internal PKI, a legacy PKI, and let's face it, Microsoft ADCS, which is 99% of what I see, was not made to be a general purpose PKI. It was developed at a time, in the year 2000, where your IT infrastructures were static. They weren't dynamic, they didn't need to change. And in fact, most of the time, it just was integrating with Active Directory certificate services. So some of the challenges that I've heard that Ben's going to talk about in a few minutes range from lack of integration to lack of scalability to lack of high availability. So there's a lot of different reasons why there's pain associated with customers or prospects running a legacy PKI. What did you see when you were looking at your PKI within your organization?
Oh, I would say the first thing that was the biggest hurdle was our team is security background. So we're used to managing firewalls, load balancers, security tools, right? Whereas ADCS is more it seemed like a bolt-on to a Windows box, right? It's an important infrastructure, but it's really Windows. You got to have a Windows background to really understand it more so than your security tools that you used to deal with. So that was the biggest hurdle, was trying to become almost like a Windows admin just so you can manage a security tool.
What did you do to get your hands around this? Sort of understand where all the pain points were, what was missing. How did you educate you and your team?
Yeah, so one of the biggest things was, first of all, getting the right amount of access to the Windows environment so you can actually, run the tools to manage the PKI environment, because you got to have admin access, all this other stuff to run these Windows tools that you're just not used to doing. So, learning that part of it, and then that environment was kind of handed to our team, legacy, so none of us stood it up. So we had to kind of reverse engineer everything on it, from the templates, what each tab in the template actually means and what it's trying to do, and then just kind of bring that all together and get a more whole picture of what exactly it's doing in your environment.
So what did you do next? What was the real challenge?
Yeah, I'd say the next step was actually bringing up in ADCS, your list of everything being issued out, seeing what template it's actually using, and then going into that template and, looking at the properties, seeing what that template is actually configured to do, and then trying to understand, okay, is this auto enrollment? Is this going out to, endpoints? Is this coming from a SCEP from your MDM? You know what I mean? So it's a lot of piecing a puzzle together to try and understand the whole picture of what's going on.
So, and the result of that was extensive documentation and all sorts of configurations that your team then shared with one another so that you could actually manage it?
Correct. And then also looking forward, we kind of knew that it's not good. It's not going to be functional going forward, with the way technology is developing all the time, for us to manage a Windows component. We need something that's much more dynamic, scalable, that you can easily see logs better, you can see what's being issued out way more clearly than, having to open 5 different tools, RDP into a server. It just wasn't very efficient whatsoever.
So you walked into this, you didn't have the expertise, you had to reverse engineer what you inherited, and then you documented that, and then you had to keep this all working and scalable, and as more use cases came on board, more customers asked for more services. How did that work?
To go along with that, you had to worry about upgrading these servers, keeping them up to date, keeping security badges on them, making sure a Windows update doesn't break, the ADCS service, make sure the service is actually up and running. So there's a lot of things, and like I said, that us and coming from the security world, we're not used to dealing with that side of the house so much.
Yep. And as a financial services company, your customers internally, I'm sure we're fine with some downtime occasionally. Not. So high availability is always an issue, and configuring ADCS and any legacy PKI for high availability is always a challenge. So I understand your pain, and I understand during the initial calls that we had with you and your team that we talked about your pain points and your use cases. And I know your ultimate goal was you wanted to end of life ADCS. So that was the plan from day one when Ben and his team first started talking to us. So what about the use cases? What were the most important use cases for you?
For us, the biggest one we had was our load balancers. A lot of our certs terminate on load balancers and go to web servers on the back end. So that was the first big thing we needed. And then the second one was auto enrollment PCs. We have upwards of almost 10,000 employees. So that's a lot of laptops, a lot of desktops that we had to worry about getting certs to. And then, our MDM environment.
During our onboarding process, that's when we really learned about another use case that you brought up, which is virtual desktoping. As we've seen a lot of customers adopt virtual desktoping.
Yep, you're correct. And that was another one we were kind of in the dark on because it's a whole nother team. We have a searches team that manages all that stuff. So we really didn't even know that FAST was issuing certs out. So we had to reverse engineer that entire process from what servers are actually pushing out certs to desktops, how they're pushing out, are they like sub CAs, or on behalf of, how they doing this?
Yep.
So there was a lot of reverse engineering involved with that too.
Let's go back to the MDMs because I recall you had one of the more legacy MDMs in Mobile Iron, and I think there was another one for your Macs.
Jamf.
Yeah. So Mobile Iron and then Jamf, and then during the onboarding process, I think you started the switch from Mobile Iron to Intune.
Yep.
What I've seen with all of this is these are the standard use cases that our customers require just to reduce their load, to reduce their complexity, so that they can start worrying about and servicing their internal customers for modern use cases, for cloud, for the 6.8 billion containers that we heard about earlier today. So very, very good. Thank you for sharing that with us. So let's talk about how Zero Touch PKI really helped you. And I'll go ahead and build this out because it's really in these two areas: complexity and eliminated and simple to manage. You decommissioned a lot of things. You gained security by moving to HSM-based PKI because you hadn't rolled that out yet. So at this point, you have the expertise behind you. You can focus on your job. Your team can focus on the job. And you're talking about the next phase, which is, and this is a theme for the week, automation. So you're automating things. You're automating everything.
Yeah. Trying to do it through ADCS, there's almost next to no audit. You can't scale that, right? There's no automation there. It's very much a lot of manual process.
So you inherited high availability, auto scaling, simplified complexity. Yeah, it was really an effortless process to work with you and your team. So thank you.
Yeah,
that was really good. And now you're on the journey of a lot of our customers are, which is moving to automation using TLS Protect Cloud. Clearly, Zero Touch PKI integrates very nicely with TLS Protect Cloud, and therefore it's a seamless integration. And all of those standard TLS use cases can come right from your private PKI, Zero Touch PKI. So I appreciate you sharing
Yeah,
your
thank you.
your
Thank you for
process
having
with
me.
us.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.